Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tayyib Ahmed Janjua, and I, along with my partner Sami Jhammat, are here to represent our stats project. So, without any further delay, let's get started.
About the project. Our project is a research paper we conducted based on the topic Trend in Government Spending, Literacy Rate and Enrollment Patterns. Now, for this topic, we went to the website of World Bank and extracted their data relevant to us. Then later, we converted that data into a CSV file. On that CSV file, we performed statistical calculations in order for us to achieve some insights. Using those insights, we conducted our research paper. This project focuses on analyzing a dataset related to student performance. It makes use of a dataset that consists of a record of 200 plus countries from the year 1999 till 2022, and it tells us what factors affect the study rate. For further clarification, let me actually show you the dataset. Okay, so this is our dataset. As you can see, there are more than 200 plus countries in this dataset, all starting from the year 1999 till 2022. And they have some specific columns in front of them. Now, what are these columns? Let's go through them. First of all, we have GDP, then we have literacy rate in adults, then we have primary completion rate, then we have pupil teacher primary ratio, then we have the ratio of pupil teacher secondary, then we have school enrollment primary, school enrollment secondary, and finally school enrollment tertiary. On these columns, we performed our statistical analysis in order for us to get our calculations and insights. After getting our dataset, it was time for evaluating our dataset. Now, what does this mean? Let's see. As you could see, our data was in Python. We use Python programming language for our data analysis. First of all, we use the libraries NumPy and Pandas. These libraries are for the numerical calculations, and Matplotlib is a library we use for plotting of graphs, etc. That comes later in the video. Okay, first of all, we use a function df equals to pd.read csv world education data. What this does is that it converts our CSV file into a data frame. This is a pandas library function. Our data frame makes it easier for us to perform CRUD operations on the data and to read the data. The df.head function displays the first five values. You can see that there are some nan values here. What are these nan values? Let's have a look. In the above code, you could see the dataset we worked on had a lot of nan values. What are nan values? Nan values are missing values in our dataset. First, we need to get rid of these nan values so that we can get accurate results on a statistical analysis. So we did that here. We use the function df.drop_na, which removes the missing values. And as you can see, now we displayed the head, there are no missing values. So after the data cleaning is done, it is time for the statistical analysis, which we did. In our statistical analysis, we did the following functions: arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, mode median, quartiles, deciles, percentiles, mean deviation, standard deviation, variance, and their coefficients, measure of skewness, moments, and kurtosis. These are the output snippets of our code. Our code is shared in the IPYNB file, which is also attached in this project and which we're going to look at further in this video. So first, we have all three means: arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. Then we have mode and median. Then we have quartiles that consists of lower quartile, upper quartile, and interquartile range. Then we have the 9 deciles from D1 till D9. Then we have the first percentile, 10th percentile, and 90th percentile. Then we have variance and deviations. In this, we have mean deviation, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation, and coefficient of standard deviation. After variation and variance and deviations, we move on to Carl's and Bowley's method for skewness. In this, we have the Carl-Pearson method and Bowley's method for skewness. After this, we have moments about mean. In this, we calculated all four moments m1, m2, m3, m4. First, we calculated the moments about mean. Then we calculated the moments about arbitrary origin. And finally, we calculated the moments about origin. After we were done with our moments, it was time for our kurtosis and skewness. In this, we decided that whether our skewness is towards the left or right. If it is towards the left, it's going to be platykurtic, and if it's towards the right, then it's going to be leptokurtic. Now, most of our research is based on these insights as these are very important to us. In these insights, we covered total countries analyzed, insights into government expenditure, top 10 countries, trends in adult literacy and school enrollment, correlation between expenditure and performance matrix. First, we have the histograms of all the numerical columns. We plotted them using Matplotlib. Then we have scatter plot diagram that shows government versus literacy rate. As we can see that the more the government spends on the country, the higher the literacy rate is. However, there is exception of some few countries that have a low education rate. After that, we have a bar chart of enrollment rates. From this bar chart, we can clearly see that all of the countries, almost all of the countries have completed their primary education. More than 65% countries have completed their secondary education, and less than 25% countries have completed their tertiary education. After that, we have trend of global adult literacy rate. And after that, we have the top 10 countries with the highest rates. And these rates are not in one specific column. However, we have calculated each and every column, such as primary completion rate, pupil teacher ratio primary, school enrollment rate primary, pupil teacher rate secondary, school enrollment rate secondary, and school enrollment rate tertiary. After this, we have some bonus insights on our own country, Pakistan. We decided that now we have analyzed the global analysis of the world. So why not focus on our own country, Pakistan? Hence, therefore, we have some insights on Pakistan that tells us about our country and how we can improve our country's education system. We have monitored and analyzed on trends of education sector of Pakistan, government spendings and literacy rates, comparison of Pakistan with top country and cumulative frequency curves. First, we have the government spending over the years. As you can see from 2006 till 2012, the government has spent a linear amount of money, which is not enough in the education system. Then there was a slight increase from 2012 to 2014, and then there was a constant increase from 2014 till 2018. This means that the government has spent money on the education system, but it is not quite entirely enough. Then we see the adult literacy rate in Pakistan. As you can see that from 2006 till 2018, the literacy rate of Pakistan has increased, which is a good thing for Pakistan. However, if we compare Pakistan with the rest of the world, we can see that unfortunately Pakistan still lags behind. And by behind, I mean a lot behind. As you can see that the other countries are far way better than Pakistan, as if we are going to compare their education systems. In our cumulative frequency, first we have the adult literacy rate of Pakistan, and then we have the government spending on Pakistan. This concludes our presentation. However, just a reminder, our presentation was just an overview of our project. The rest of the project is shared in the IPYNB file and the research paper. So we're gonna just go through them in this presentation. That what are the contents of the IPYNB file and the research paper. Alright, so this is our IPYNB file, Jupyter Notebook, which we used for the Python working of our statistical calculations and insight gathering of our dataset. First, we imported NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and the fourth library we used was SciPy.stats, from which we imported geometric mean, harmonic mean, and kurtosis. After this, we performed our statistical calculations, which I showed in the presentation. And after these statistical calculations, we performed Matplotlib's functions for useful insights. Let's have an overview of the Matplotlib code. Now, this figure size tells us about how much larger the image we want. In this case, we have 10 height and 6 width. Then we plotted the plants and gathered the data, line style, line width. Plt.title is for this title, plt.x label is for the label of x-axis, plt.y label is for the label of y-axis, and plt.grid displays this grid. There is another command which is called plt.legend, which shows us about the keys. However, there was no key needed in this particular example. However, we have keys in other examples, such as this one, in which we have used plt.legend to show our keys. In the final part of our project presentation, we have our research paper that is titled Global Education Analysis, Trends in Government Spending,
literacy rates, and enrollment patterns. In this research paper, our primary focus was to share the valuable insights to aid the scholars, teachers, and government representatives to remove and help solve problems that are in the way of education goals of the country. So let's get on with it. First, we have the introduction, and then we have the literature review. In the literature review, we did some homework by reading different articles, the references to which are given below. And then we move down, we have the methodology for the research. And in this methodology, we have data collection, data analysis, statistical techniques, and then we move on to the datasets basics, in which we have shown what dataset we used and the numerical columns of it. Here are the names of the variables. Then we have the insights that start from the histograms. Then we have government spending versus literacy rate. After that, we have enrollments rate by education level. Furthermore, trend of literacy rate over time. Top countries with highest literacy rates. Insights analysis of Pakistan is the main focus and the last part of our analysis. We specifically targeted Pakistan so that we could conclude that government expenditure correlates to literacy rate in simpler words. In simpler words, literacy rate increases as expenditure increases and government expenditure is quite low, which is a matter of concern. As for Pakistan, this seems okay, but if we compare Pakistan with other countries, we can see that Pakistan is far behind. So, in order for us to make Pakistan a better country, we should have some initiatives which are also explained here in this research paper. These are the references that we have taken, and this concludes our presentation. Thank you so much.